Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
You guys have a show coming up on Saturday at the Seaside Pavilion, which is just a beautiful place to see a show, right on the coast here in Maine.
And it's a hidden gem that exists here. They do a wonderful concert series. This is with the Portland Symphony Orchestra. It is an outdoor amphitheater with a roof. So if you remember places like Great Woods or you go out to Guilford, New Hampshire, it's sort of a slightly smaller version of that. But it's a really incredible place to see a show. Great place to play it.
So you kind of teased out that it's not just a show of the music of Elton John and Billy Joel. It's that music with a dramatic flair.
Yeah.
Because you have the Portland Symphony Orchestra. How did these two worlds come together?
Yeah, I mean, I've lived in this sort of interesting world of, being a rock musician and then being around classical musicians for so many years. I was doing my own music for a long time. I wanted to be, a rock star with my own name.
Were you in this area?
I was. I played in a power pop band called the Frodis Caper. For those of you who may remember,
I remember the name.
Yeah, we were. We played every hole in the wall that would have us, and sort of knocked around for a good long time. But we didn't get the record deal. But this has been my consolation prize, is having the opportunity to have a band that plays music that I grew up loving.
When I heard that this show was coming, all I can think of is, and people of a certain age will be like, "Oh, it's the Family Guy thing," but all I can think of is the Ballad of Billy the Kid for Billy Joel. Da 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 da. That is. Do you guys do that song?
That is the song that kicks off Act 2.
All right.
So these songs are really kind of culled from the 70s era Billy and Elton. We get into the 80s a little bit, but it's really when Billy and Elton were recording with orchestral backing on some of the records, but they never played live with orchestras. I mean, there's the rare occasion, like, before Billy got signed, he played at Carnegie Hall, but the opportunity to hear these songs the way you heard them on the albums is such a rare thing, and it's a thrill to be able to present them that way.
And it's magic, too. When you hear Rocket Man, what makes the song is the orchestra part of the song. It must give you chills just to play those songs and hear that sound come out of the speakers.
Oh, and to be surrounded by it. I mean, honestly, you can sit in front of the most expensive stereo system in the world and listen to great music. There's nothing like hearing a live orchestra.
How many people can you fit on that stage? Joe Boucher is a guest this morning. He plays in The Piano Man. The show is happening on Saturday, June 28th, so just coming up on Saturday at the Seaside Pavilion in Old Orchard Beach. You can get tickets at porttix.com. That's porttix.com. The music of Billy Joel, the music of Elton John. What was the most challenging song that you had to learn to bring into the set?
We opened the show with a song that Billy has opened a lot of shows with. It was never a hit. It's called Prelude, Angry Young Man.
Mm-hmm.
And
you start with that?
That's the opening.
That's full gas.
I decided that I was going to need to get nervous energy out of my system. There's no way that I was ever going to play it too fast. Mm-hmm. And we bust right out of the gate with that song to open the show.
That's like a drag race. That's a Top Fuel drag race, because I can hear that song in my head. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll start off, because when I saw Billy at the Civic Center in '97, he just played The Stranger, I think, when he opened. So it's a very, hey, here I am, kind of ease into the show.
Yeah.
And no, not this one. It's like the hardest one to do.
That's right. I know. I should put a parachute on the back of the piano bench.
Yeah. So, Joe, I mentioned the Civic Center, but you have a local connection to helping out and putting together shows for a number of years at that venue. Yeah. What was your role there?
My day job, because every musician usually has one, is I was a professional stagehand. I have literally carried the pianos of both Billy Joel and Elton John at various points. But yeah, I've run spotlights for Kiss concerts growing up here in Southern Maine. It's a thrill to have been able to make a living working in the arts.
Some of the music is interchangeable, but there are songs like Crocodile Rock. Do you do Crocodile Rock?
Do Crocodile Rock.
How do you hit those notes?
That's the whole. People will often ask me, like, who's harder? Which of the two artists is harder to do? I say Billy is harder work as a piano player, And Elton is harder as a singer because Elton will drop between his chest voice and falsetto head voice. And you know, we do that song towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
And, you know, so like how much have you kind of spent with the vocal cords? You know, all I can say is that, you know, thank God for audiences who love to sing along.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a tease. So how long is the show?
The show with an intermission runs just about 2 hours.
Okay.
So, and we ping pong, you know, we open with a Billy song, move to an Elton song. We just kind of go back and forth.
Joe Boucher, how do people get tickets to your show on Saturday?
You can go right to porttix.com, and that is the box office for the Portland Symphony Orchestra. So that's porttix.com. And yeah, we would love to see you there. It's a full-on rock show. You know, don't worry about dressing up for the symphony. You know, be ready.
Every guy is like, oh my God, at least I don't have to dress up for this.
I don't have to wear a tie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'll wear a tie.
Go to the Bean Supper, then go to the show.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how you do it in Maine. Joe Boucher, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show, Piano Man, and more tickets to the show before it hits on Saturday. Have a good one.
Thanks so much.